Health creation is a really important concept too. And, because it's about, health isn't something that's done to us. We can create healthy places. And right now there's a lot of negative talk around the NHS and the future of the NHS. And well, I mean, you don't have to go further than the Secretary of State for Health himself says it's broken. So, what that does for morale in the NHS is, another conversation. But, so there's so much negativity around that. And you also probably hear a lot, and I know he talks a lot about this, that we need to shift from, a sick economy to a prevention economy. We need to focus on preventative health and funnily enough, I don't know, now I'm going back to the event in Liverpool. If you remember the plenary address, do you remember it was by Lord Nigel Crisp, who's somebody I know very well. And he talked a lot about a concept, which in fact is the title of a book he wrote. And here I am plugging his book, which is called Health Begins at Home, Hospitals Are for Repairs.
Oh, yeah. That's the one thing that I absolutely took away from that conference. And that blew my mind. And also, I remember Sunan Prasad saying that hospitals are very dangerous places.
Yeah, well, yeah, infection.
And that's also blew my mind because to me, as an everyday person, to me, hospitals are temples of health. But then when you flip the script that no, you should only be going to a hospital if you're terribly ill. Otherwise, you should be in the other nice places in the built environment. Yeah.
Ultimately, if we really want to have a preventative health culture and places that actively support preventative health, we have to think about health creation. We have to think about health as something that we make, as opposed to something that's done to us because, we've gotten sick. So that's a really big part of this, that, and that's why I guess I get so animated around the whole conversation we're having around, integrating health into planning. We have a new government just, recently put out a budget. What are their two biggest line items? Health and housing. We are literally at an inflection point where, both of these assets, industries, services that are essential to our way of life are at real inflection points. Yet what we need to do is understand how they inform and support each other.